Okay, so Arduino usually has some common issues. So in this video, we're gonna go through them and see how to fix them together. First of all, we want to download our Arduino IDE. So actually, why I include this in this video is because there's two versions of Arduino IDE now. One is the latest one, and one more is the legacy. This one. I personally like to use the legacy, but if you want the latest one, you can also use this one. 2.3.2. Make sure you select the correct operating system. For me, I've already downloaded. Okay, so over here, I'm going to show you the first common mistake. There's a compiler mistake. Every time when you do the code, it's a good practice to compile your code first or verify. So this one is to see whether the code is correct or not. We check this one. Okay. So usually, if you're using the latest version, they ask you to select the board first. For now, we're going to select Uno, but I don't have Uno yet. Okay, I'm going to get into this later on in the video. So yeah, let's search Uno. Okay, don't be fooled by saying that there's Uno here because actually my Uno is not even connected right now. So if we verify, they have a compilation error because it's not semicolon. So if we go here, put a semicolon, then it verifies, it compiles. So once it is done compiling, then when you upload and it fails, then that means that there's something wrong with the hardware itself. So that's why we're going to fix it. So first thing, always check the compile, check the software, the code, so whether your code is correct or not. If you see the uploading is this long for Arduino, usually there's a mistake. And the main mistake was because my Arduino was not even connected. Okay, let's go through the steps here. Usually, we have the ports to see your Arduino whether it's connected or not. For Linux, usually it's USB 0 or USB 1. They will have USB in its name. Windows is usually the last port. So what means by last port? We go here in tools and we go to port. It's the last one. Note that it's usually not common on PC or COM3 on laptop. This one is usually for your other devices like your mouse or keyboard. For me, I'm using a PC and now it's COM1, so that's why it's not working because even my Arduino is not connected. Sometimes it can work, but usually it's not. But most of the time it's not. If you don't see any other ports, like for example, if I connect my Arduino but it's only one port, then that means you need to download the driver, which I will show later on in this video as well. For Mac, usually it's the port that don't have the word Bluetooth in it. So usually there's a port for Bluetooth and there's another port. That port will be the Arduino port. Now we will see the errors commonly faced on Arduino IDE. So it's usually port grid out, port busy, or AVR grid error. So over here you can see our first error, AVR grid. So AVR grid and port busy usually is because they cannot read the port. Port grid out is because also it cannot read the port and it cannot interface the Arduino, the port that's connected to the Arduino, the USB port. So I'm going to connect my Arduino first and then we'll see whether there's a new port that appears or not. If not, then we need to download the driver. Okay, so my Arduino is connected. Let's see whether there's a different port or not. There's no different port. So for some Arduino Unos especially, they are not the original brand, so they will need the driver itself. It's called the CHP40 driver. That's this one. So if we go to this link, then you'll see all the different drivers here. For Mac, for Linux. So for your respective operating system, if you don't see the port appearing, you need to download the driver. However, this issue usually occurs on Windows and Mac only. So Windows, we need to install the driver. I did have mine installed. So usually when you download it, you will get the folder which you can extract if you want, and then you can double click the installer, and there will be install, uninstall, and help. To install the driver is very simple. Just press install and then just wait for a while. Now the driver is already installed. So now let's check our Arduino. Go to tools, okay, it's not here yet, so that means we need to close and open back the Arduino again. Let's not save it. Okay, now let's go to port. We need to set the board and the programmer first. So the board is the Arduino board that you want. The port is as mentionable, and the programmer. So the programmer is usually AVRISP and P2. Okay, my port isn't appearing yet. That's okay. Uno. That's the programmer. Alright. Okay. I'm gonna reconnect my Arduino one more time. Okay, so notice that I still don't have my other port shown. So if number 5 fails, then it means that we need to go into more hardware perspective. That is, if you have an extra USB cable, change the USB cable and see if a new port is available. If you have if it still doesn't work, if you have an extra Arduino, change the Arduino and then test it with a simple code like earlier. Just make like the LED turn on. And the last two choices is the last result, because now we open the Arduino IDE, and if all these steps in order, okay, not that you need to do all of these steps in the correct order, and usually after number 5 will work, but unless it's a hardware fault, then number 9 we need to maybe connect the Arduino to not to a device but to a different device. This one if the Arduino is working, but mainly you need to change the USB cable, troubleshoot with different USB cable, troubleshoot with a different Arduino if the USB cable doesn't work, and if this two doesn't work, then directly just try on another device and see whether it works or not. As for me, my Arduino is actually faulty already because I haven't used it in a long time. It's like 6-7 years already, and dust is gathered. But I'll show you how it will actually look like when the port is shown. So when you select the port, you should see more than one port, and one of them should have USB. For the old version, it will always be the last one. Say this is the laptop COM3 will not work. So this is the steps to troubleshoot the Arduino. Let's take a simple recap. Number 1, check the port. For Linux, make sure there's USB. If not USB, sometimes there's another term called ACT. Look for USB first. If USB is not there, then find, sorry, not ACT, ACM. Find ACM. If ACM is not there, then you need to install the driver. On Windows, the last port on the list is not COM1 on PC and not COM2 on laptop. Sometimes it can be there, but if like just now there's upload error, you will need to install the port. Mac is usually the port that doesn't have the word Bluetooth in it. These are the common face errors in Arduino IDE, and you need to follow this in order, because sometimes you are using an Arduino Uno board, but you might select an Arduino Mega instead. So make sure you check the board, check the port. If these ports are not available, then install the driver. Make sure the programmer is correct. And oh sorry, I skipped past step 4. So step 4, you need to check your wiring. If, for example, you have a board and you have an Arduino, and maybe on a board you have, say, an ultrasonic sensor, where this one is, let me change the color here, where this one is the power, and this one is the ground. So if you connect the ground to 5 volt, and you connect the power to ground, the Arduino will automatically not light up, and this will cause your Arduino to not be detected by the computer. So always be careful of the wiring as well. So check the wiring first, see whether it's correct or not, because sometimes when we do the wiring we might have an oversight. Make sure VCC is to VCC and ground to ground. You see VCC to ground or GND to VCC and the Arduino doesn't light up, then your port will not be shown. If all 4 of these are correct already, then go to the link here, install the driver, download to the appropriate operating system and install the driver, and follow the instructions given. If all of this fail, then it's mainly a real hardware issue that you need to troubleshoot the USB cable first. If 2 USB cables doesn't show any sign of change your Arduino. If different Arduinos still doesn't light up or still doesn't show any port, cannot be uploaded, try to close and reopen the Arduino IDE, maybe it needs a reset. And if all doesn't work, then try a different PC or different laptop, different device. Okay, that's all for now, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.